Hello, and welcome to another episode of Catch Dog Concepts. This channel, we strive to continue to better our minds and dogs and inform others to the best of our ability when it comes to these dogs. We plan to not cause any controversy and maybe help somebody out in any way we can. So thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned, and we'll be with you in a moment. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, my people? Ain't been on here in a little minute. We back. Um, yeah. So I've been gone for a little minute. No real explanation for it besides a couple personal things going on. But for the most part, just assessing where I want to be at with this, what I want to do with it. Um, if I was going to go forward with this, or how I was going to go forward with it. But we here now. Today we're gonna talk about the Cane Corso. I label this a Cane Corso religion because it's a lot behind it. A lot of controversy. A lot of how can I put this? A lot of misconception. A lot of different mixed stories, mixed information, misinformation, and just a plethora of things. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about just the history, like I said, the past, the present, the story of it, uh where we're at now, where the dog is. I don't want to say improvements that could be made. Just right now, I think I want to look at it from the aspect of how it became and where it's at now, and the people that hold the keys to this dog as far as breeding it and improving upon it. But so let me get my notes together. Excuse me. So the origin of this dog is excuse me, I'm sorry. It's not an ancient Roman war dog. It's a dog that from the start was mixed, like certain other breeds. It was a farm utility dog. This dog was created to be a farm protector, livestock protector, a guardian, a hunter. This is just a Swiss Army knife of dogs. But how it was created, it came from the Neapolitan Mastiff. This dog was not a how do people say it? They say cousin to the Neapolitan Mastiff. It was not a cousin to the Neapolitan Mastiff. It was something off of the Neapolitan Mastiff. It was bred from Neapolitan Mastiff crossed with Marimmas, Abruzes, different breeds of Italian sheepdog. That's how it was created. So when we when we get this picture of ancient Roman war dog, that's not true. That was its ancestor, the Canis pugnax, and the ancestor of the Neapolitan Mastiff, which is the Roman Molossus. So I keep seeing it said about this dog being ancient, but there's no proof to show that. Um, Even its registration, this dog was registered in 19. It was recognized, excuse me, and recognized in 1994. So that's very recent compared to other breeds. The South African Borbal was recognized by a registry and created registry in 1983. I'm pretty sure. So it honestly is a melting pot of misinformation, like I stated, and I'm here to break that up. But where do I want to lead off with this? So I stated that I ain't did this in a minute. Hold on. uh, like I said, it was crossed with Neapolitan Mastiff, Abruzes, Maremma, excuse me. Um, Even then, more Molosser breeds and mastiff breeds were crossed into this dog in Italy. We're not even to the point of when it was imported over to America. This dog was some would say a mutt, honestly, a functional working mutt. Um, and this video is not me trying to downplay the breed, crap on the breed and whatnot. I actually like the dogs. I like some of the dogs. There's a good quality Corsos out there. I never want to downplay an entire breed because that's just not true when we say an entire breed is destroyed. But we get to the point where after it was crossed, it this dog was brought to America by Mike Satilli Sr. Then there it was bred back to Neapolitan Mastiff. This is where we get the harder temperament of the Corso. This is why everybody says the older Corsos, the traditional Corso, was it was harder. It was a harder dog. It just tougher mentally. Its temperament. It was just steady, aggressive. But that became watered down. But after Neapolitan Mastiff was brought back, salute the hunter. That's my guy. After Neapolitan Mastiff was brought back, we then saw Bull Mastiff, Boxer, even in Italy, Boxer and other things were brought over to the dog. But in America, it just was a plethora of different breeds brought to it. And this definitely has watered down the dog, but some people have bred onto a line and had a consistent line of this dog. But still, there's points where the crossbreeding, the lying about the lying about its origin is my problem. This is where I got a problem with it. And the people that do lie about this dog, um, it's a lot. It's a lot of them. It's some of your favorite Corso breeders that may say this. I'm not going to say any names because this is not what my channel is about. This episode here solely is about informing, and I get questions from people about the Corso all the time. But it, how can I say this? Your favorite Corso breeder will tell you this dog is the same dog as a Neapolitan Mastiff, or that it's an ancient Roman war dog, and it's not. That that there is a sales tactic. That's a sales tactic to bring kind of similar to the Borbal. South African Borbal is not a lion killer. It's not a lion hunter. It is a dog that deterred predators on the property. Did they fight sometimes? Maybe. Did the Borbal win? I don't think so against a 600, 500 pound lion. Um, Maybe in packs on occasion. But back to my point. The ancient Roman war dog statement is a sales tactic. It's not the truth. Like I said, your favorite breeder has been telling people this. You look on their Facebooks, they're telling you this. This is not true. This is not the real origin of that dog. This dog was crossbred and it was bred on function. I'll give it that. But it just hasn't been consistent. It hasn't been of truthful management, honestly. And my point is though, they do this, like I said, to sell. But then we get some people that come on a podcast or on a episode or a video and tell you the truth. But then they go and tell a buyer on social media, this is an ancient Roman war dog. This is a consistently line bred dog. This lineage is consistent. It's not the truth. This is this brings confusion. Misinformation brings confusion. And when you bring confusion, confused people make bad decisions. And those bad decisions are spending money with these people that lie to them and the people that deceive them. And when you do that, you're had. But that's my whole point of being here. I want to be that channel that gives you the truth, tells you the truth. I have no agenda when it comes to this. I don't have a dog currently. So me lying to you would not take me anywhere. Dylan, what's going on? Um he said Rottweiler, Pit Bull crossed in there. So on some occasions, some kennels did it, but it's not all of them. Not all of them did that. Some people even bred in some people even bred Neapolitan Mastiffs to Rottweilers and then called them Corsos, which isn't true. Um so there's a lot of different variation of crosses that happen that still were called Corsos. Um Also, what I wanted to get to, the Conde de Presa term, that is not a dog. That is a term. Like I said, that is like band dog. That is a term. It is not today in today's time, band dog is a dog, of course, but it was a title before it was a dog. Conde de Presa is catching. It's um it's a working functional dog that caught man, beast, or whatever was asked of it. That's what that term was. The Neapolitan Mastiff actually was the first dog given that title of Conde de Presa. And we get this confusion of it's the Neapolitan Mastiff, the Corso, and the Conde de Presa, all three same dogs, or are they all um, related in three different dogs? No, the Corso is off of the Neo. The Conde de Presa is a term given to dogs that worked, that caught prey or man or whatever was asked of them. Um, so that is, I myself have been told that on my channel live that that was a dog. Right. Conde de Presa is catch dog. That's what that is. It's nothing. It's not a breed. Somebody tells you it's a breed. Look at them like they're stupid. Hunter, what'd you say? Imagine telling people that your dog's great times 100 grandsire. What the fuck out of some British dude covered in blue. So no, Duro. The Conde de Presa, the Neo, and the Conde Corso are not related. The what are you talking about? The Conde Corso and the Neapolitan Mastiff. In some kennels, they may share relation, but we're at the point now where there was a study done by the Human Genome Research Project. I will show this myself. Shout out to my guy that has taught me all my information I know. He's taught other people. They've chose to do things with it. I'm spilling the truth. I want to spill the truth. That's my whole point of being here. Um, those dogs are kind of lost my train of thought for a second. Hold on, I'm sorry. Um, Conde de Presa, course, I mean Neapolitan Mastiff and Corso are not the same dog. The research project. Okay, that's where I was at. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember everything I wanted to say. But they did a study of the Corso in Italy and the Corso, and they did all breeds, but I'm picking on the Corso and the Neo right now. The Corso in Italy was labeled a type. It has a variety. Variety means there's so many different crosses to it. There's so many different dogs that show up in its genetic code from recent breeding, excuse me, to even back then. Um, America, same thing. German Shepherd, Borbal, you name it, Boxer. It was all there. That This was recent. This was in the 2010s. I'm pretty sure when that research project was done, maybe 2020s. I could be wrong. But those are types. The Neapolitan Mastiff was labeled a breed. That is one dog that has been bred to itself for many, many years. I'm not going to give too much information on the Neo. Some people don't appreciate it, or call me a liar. To some people, the the Neo is like a curse word. When you say the Neo and the Corso on the same name, that's because of their the two intertwine due to the Corso being created from the Neo. Um, Certain Italian people call the Corso the bastard of Neos because it comes off of it. It's some people say a lesser Neo. Um, so back to importing. When the dog was imported here, Michael Satilli Sr. He Yeah, Great Dane is another one. Dylan, Great Dane was another dog that has been used in them. It's been used in a lot of dogs. Pressa, that's one thing though. This is my whole point with this. The Pressa has been by some, not all, has been labeled as a glorified or a consistently bred band dog. I'm fine with that. I've owned a Presa. That was my first dog. Was a Presa Canario. Um, but it's when we get to the point where you're trying to mix it up and say this is not like a glorified band dog like the Presa is. I mean, excuse me, the Corso is. You trying to tell me that this dog is a consistently line bred dog? That's just not the truth. And we get to the point where some people are being had and some people know the truth. Oh 31, oh 315, that forever. My God, salute to you. Um, might have said your name wrong, my bad. But no. So like I said, we get to the point where some people know the truth and some people don't know the truth of the Cane Corso. They'll tell you, like I said, oh, this is the same dog as a Neo, same dog as I mean they both were created together. Ancient is ancient and Roman. It's not the truth. So when you're in that community, if you're interested in that dog, just watch who you talk to, watch who you work with, because it can bite you. They will bite you in the back. Um, I might get blasted for this video, but it is what it is. I'd rather tell y'all the truth than sit here and tell y'all a lie when I know the truth, you know? And like I said, me lying to you benefits me none. I don't have a dog. I'm not rich off of this. I'm not even getting paid off of YouTube. So I'm doing this out of pure love. Um so drop something. So that's why I said people, a lot of you, they're motivated money. They're motivated by a look, by being glorified by a certain group of people, or working with the group of people. Excuse me. Um, Me, no, it's just me. I'm in a small town. I got a smaller, decent channel that's growing. Um, it just I don't benefit from lying to you. I won't lie to you. If I make a mistake, if I say something wrong, I'll go back and tell you I lied about that, or I mean, excuse me, I didn't lie. I was misinformed about it. I apologize. I was wrong. But yeah, don't ever look at catch all concepts and think oh he's a liar. No, he he's here to tell you the truth. Look at me in that light. I'm pulling up my notes now. Um, let's talk about when the Corso was imported. I think I told y'all the name. No, I didn't. Sicilian Bracchiero. That is what the dog was called before it was called a Cane Corso. Um, that was already a breed of dog. So the people in Italy told Mike Santilli Sr. he cannot name these dogs that. Hold on, let me see. People are only gonna blast you because they're guilty of being on some. That's a fact, Hunter. That's a fact. And yeah, it was called a Sicilian Bracchiero, which was already a dog in Italy. So he had to change it. The term Cane Corso was actually in some areas of Italy called used by the people when they talked about the Neapolitan Mastiff. The Neapolitan Mastiff had the Cane Corso term before the Cane Corso itself had that term. Um, so it's just a, and then mind you, this is in the 80s, I think the mid 80s, around this time. So just let you know how recent this is, and I can show you proof. DM me. I'm not gonna put it on YouTube. DM me, and I can show you proof if you have a problem with what I say. I can show you literal proof. I'll post some of it at some point if I feel like it. But it it wasn't called a kind of Corso all for this long. And I actually have a piece of information where the ICCF. I want to be correct. I'm about to search it up. Give me a minute. That is Italian Cane Corso Federation. Let me see. 1951. So that is somewhat recent, honestly. I mean, that is recenter than other federations. What was I about to say? So this dog, it hasn't been around that long. People tell you this, and it's just not the truth. Um, Let me see. Now let's get into the what I was saying. So I talked about band dog and Connie Corso. It being a glorified band dog to the point now where we it's a type. It's not a consistent sea of anything. We do have breeders. Shout out to these breeders that do have these consistent lines and have a look. They understand the dog's temperament that they have in their lines, and they've bred on that for many years, or for how many ever years they've been doing it. Shout out to them. I appreciate them for their work. I'll never downplay anybody for putting their blood, sweat, tears, time, and money into this. But this is not me saying this. I've seen this. People have made videos about this, talked about it. They prefer now the temperament of the band dog style, variety typed, excuse me, Cane Corsos because it's a little harder. I myself believe that it would be less more less able to track their temperament or understand where the temperament will be when they're born. But that's where the point we're at. People are saying they're more preferring these band dog types. And I'm not telling you to go get them. I don't think that's smart. That's what these unstable dogs are. That's what these dogs are that are mauling people's children. I tell anybody, find you a breeder. Call them, whoever it is. You like how the dogs look, talk to them, line up some questions, look up some questions, ask Chat GPT, anything, and find you a well-bred Cane Corso. And you ask that person if whether you want to do protection work, you just want a family guardian that'll just bark whenever somebody knocks on the door. Ask him those questions. Do not get one of these band dog variety dogs. Get a dog from a consistent line, but make sure that breeder is not lying to you. Um, but then we're at this point also, like I've stated, even kennel clubs are being lied to about this. The history of them, of these dogs, by some of the biggest people in the game. You know what I mean? And that is just faulty to me. That's not honorable to me. Um, I respect the truth at the end of the day. We get into talking about people and their dogs, and I made a post yesterday. I see a lot of people dedicating their channels to critiquing people, uh, telling them how they should be breeding, what they should be breeding. I don't agree with that. Um, People set standards for what breeders should do when they're not even established. They're not even. You're not. You're not what you think you are. Or people feel like they're gatekeepers. Now I may have my opinions, and I don't have a dog yet, but my point still stands. Being ethical is the standard to me, and I think everybody else should be at the standard of being ethical. Um, you want to cross, that's fine. Do your testing, do your health testing, do your temperament testing, do your workability testing, all of that. And I respect it. I will respect it. Um, just stop trying to get people. That's my point. If I didn't make catch all concepts, I wouldn't know half of what I know now. That's kind of hurt me in a way a little bit because now I can't. Before I was at a point where I was hyped up talking to Jim down the street with three dogs, or he bred two dogs together. Now he got five dogs. I was just hyped to talk to him. Now I have to be careful who I talk to, who I bring on, um, who I cooperate with, who I associate with, because I hold myself to a point of integrity and a standard now to where homeboy kennels, yes, yes, Duro. But I hold myself to a point now where I'm telling the truth, no matter what it is. I'm being as honest as I can be. I'm letting you know everything I know about this. And like I said, this isn't hate. I respect the Corso breeders that that are being truthful, that are doing their due diligence to the dog. Um, but like I said, I keep it about the dogs as much as possible. But when you lie and you blatantly lie to people that don't know, that's when I'm gonna light you up, or that's when I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna tell the truth to overshadow the lies you're spewing to people, even people that aren't interested in the breed. You lie for what? What does that benefit you? Um, I don't like to be in other people's business, but when you see it, when you see the lying and you know the truth, I advise anybody to tell the truth. It goes a long way. It'll it just benefits the entire community, no matter if they're breeding the dogs or not. If they want to own the dogs or not, it benefits them. So it honestly, I'm at the point where, like I said in the beginning, I'm careful of what I do now. I want to calculate what I do now. I don't want to be on here just to play. I don't want to be on here just to, I don't know, just to conversate, which I will, but not in the sense of where we're not getting anywhere, or where I'm in the sense of you playing me or you playing with me. You know what I mean? Or you playing with the people that watch this. And I've said this before. Don't watch these channels thinking this is everything. This is not. I've learned more from one person than I've learned in my 9 months of doing this. Honestly, more uh valuable information. I've been twisted a little bit in the beginning, but it's starting to come together. It's starting to look like something. So don't look at any of these channels. None of them. I don't care how many subscribers they got, how flashy they setup is. I'm in a guest room in my house right now. I got a decent intro and whatnot set up. It's evolved over time. But like I said, don't look to me as a messiah, as a pool of information, which I'm trying to become, but I'm not your end all be all. None of these channels are. None of these people that sit here, hold the puppy. We about to feed him 10 pounds of ground beef and see what he do. None of these channels are what they seem to be when it comes to that. Do your research. Read you some books. I have 3 books sitting right here looking at me about dogs, about masters, about training, things I'm interested in, things I want to do at some point. So I'm not gonna ramble too much longer on here. If y'all have any questions, let me know. But that was just my little point. I've been going for a little minute. Um, I've gained some information that I think was worthy of sharing to y'all. Um, yeah, let me know if y'all got anything else y'all want to hear or talk about, or I don't know. I'm gonna check and see if there's anything else I want to talk about before I get off of here. But I think that's it, honestly. Going over my notes right quick. Oh, um, yeah, I think that's it, honestly, y'all. I don't think we got no more questions or anything. So, just say a couple things. Do your research. Do not speak for entirety of a breed. When you've seen 2 kennels, you've touched 2 dogs, um, 4 dogs, 5 dogs. You have not seen the entirety of the population of these dogs. You may not even know the people that withhold these quality dogs. Respect the big dogs, man. When I say big dogs, I mean the mastiffs. Respect them boys, man, because excuse me, it's a lot to withhold. It's a lot to understand with them. Do your research, do your due diligence. Don't speak on what you just see or you've seen. Experience. Read and listen to other people's experiences. See what they've heard, and keep it P, man. And start asking these people for proof. I may start spilling a little bit more from now on about proof and about showing my own proof and what I've saw and what I've been taught. I might start doing that more on Fact spit. There's someone says, "Come on, man, you feel me, Hunter? You know we standing on business. You know, one man go against 50 of them. You feel me? Um, yeah, and that little reel I made where it was the Corso and some pictures I created. Read the last one. If you get mad at this, remember you can't whoop me. But that's it. I appreciate y'all for coming on, listening to the information I shared. If you missed it or you missed something, hit the replay. If y'all want a little part two or something, or just a general Q&A or something like that, I think I can share a little bit of that. I feel like I'm missing something though. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I did. Yeah, that's it. Salute. I appreciate y'all for coming out, supporting Hunter, my guy, Duro, my guy. Any new subscriber, any new listener, salute to y'all. Dylan, salute to you, big dog. Um, oh, 315 forever. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you, or sister. Appreciate you. That's it. C.D.C out. I'm gonna work on some new and improved interviews for some people I may know soon. I mean, not may know. That I know soon, and yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to bring y'all quality information. Let's continue to better our minds and dogs.